What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to Integrity-Based Coaching and Learning TV with Brian the Historian. I'm super excited to be here, and I hope that you all are just as excited as I am to be here on today as well. We're diving into the new season of Chapters of Triumph, which will be the reading of The Trauma of the Black Man in America. Let's dive in. Okay. Welcome to Chapters of Triumph, where we turn truth into growth, pain into purpose, and stories into power. Today's focus is American pain, healing the truth. Let's get into today's reading. So if you can see my book says not for resale, but let's be clear. My book is for sale, The Trauma of the Black Man in America. Get your copy today, all right, so we can read together. Chapter 1, A Journey into American Pain. A look back into early America. The pain starts with the realization that as a black man, others might see him as a threat. When the black man leaves his home, he may not meet suspicious glares and anxious looks from people who might assume the black man is up to no good. He could be walking to the store, jogging in your neighborhood, or playing at the park, but to some, he is suspect. The constant fear of violence compounds the deep-rooted and even elevated levels of pain tied to the tree of social injustices in the heartland of North America. The headlines are in a world filled with tales of black men killed by police officers who are supposed to protect and serve. The names of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery have become synonymous with the daily fear and trauma that black men may face. It is a pain that is passed down from generation to generation, a tale ancestors who may have been enslaved, lynched, and discriminated against still echo in our hearts. We carry the burden of their trauma, which may add to our own. Many black men felt pain in the workplace. Black men faced discrimination regarding hiring and promotions. The trauma of being a black man in America is not just physical, but it is also psychological. The constant microaggressions, the subtle snubs, and the overt discrimination can take a toll on a man's mental health. Depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and anxiety are just some of the mental health issues that black men face. We live in a society that seems to value whiteness and punishes blackness. The trauma of being a black man in America is a pain that is always present. And it is one that we cannot ignore. We must acknowledge it, confront it, and work toward healing ourselves and our communities. This is real, but so is our resilience. We have survived centuries of oppression and will continue fighting for justice and equality. Our pain may be the United States of America's, our society's shame, but it is also our strength. One cannot forget the efficient tale of darker-skinned enslaved individuals whose captains transported from the developments of colonial land east of the continent of North America. Traveling back to the world's uncertain morals and an assertion of black slavery would be a disservice to the concept of this book. The American story of pain starts here, right here. Neglect of the right or wrong side of black slavery. America is young, and Our Lady is with wonder and excitement about our new home. A brittle bunch, but heroes through and through will begin our story. Black men in America were forged into the solid Southern willful demand to join the American Civil War, to fight, or rather die, for a cause yet determined. Scholars would assert that the black man is honorable. Entering into American caused history has been deemed worthy of the fights. The black man in America began in a battle for himself. He started in a less than favorable position to admonish our country's war efforts and for the American cause. In a fit of clandestine heroism, the black man stood tall to fulfill his American duty to join the war effort. In his chest, it stung of a solicited hope to one day be an acceptable citizen of birth of an American black man. With his chest up high, he marches. The black man strides into the hopeful calamity of a nation, notwithstanding its determination to fulfill a God-given prophecy. How painful it might have been to dredge into an American cause that only a God force could subdue. So we fight. The black man was of two minds. History would prove trampled down head on soldiers in a time bit that would charge American values forward. Her America, willfully awaiting her destiny. That was chapter 1. Chapter 1 entitled American Pain, a look back to early America. What stands out here is the truth that the American black man went through a cause of being forced out of the land in which he dwelled into a land unknown and to fight a battle he did not know he was to fight. Okay, this speaks to a real life issue of today. Sometimes we are thrust into fights that we didn't know were our own. Sometimes we're thrust into battles that we didn't know we could face. But it is the truth that we could face battles head on. It may be painful. It may be an issue that we were not looking into being a part of, but we thrived. We made it. Let me ask you this. Has anyone ever said to you that you were a threat when you didn't mean to startle them? This reminds me of a time when a person I knew had an emotional outburst. I was taken aback and I didn't know what to do. In that moment, I realized that we are all human. And sometimes we all need a moment. Maybe you've experienced something similar where you've needed a moment to gather yourself and to get your emotions together. So, what do we do with this? Here's something you can take with you today. Always take your moment. Breathe and be aware of who's around you. Start small with just breathing. Here's the truth. Your story doesn't end in struggle. Your story doesn't end in struggle. Everything you've been through is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more powerful. Your triumph is already in motion. You just have to step into it. So now I want to hear from you. What does this mean to you? What have you overcome? If this spoke to you, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next chapter of Chapters of Triumph. This has been Brian the Historian on Integrity-Based Coaching and Learning TV. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next episode of Chapters of Triumph, Season 1, Episode 2. Renowned historian Brian Arthur Wilson has written a book in Amazon stores near you. Come back to reality. Come back to reality.